Well, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Cochran, coming to you from right here in where else but St. Charles, Missouri. Yes, sirree, Bob. Today is Thursday, April the 30th, final day of the month. That's right. Last one sure is. Anyway, hey, I got some people sneaking in at the end of the month to get their birthday shout outs. I got a happy birthday shout out going out to Eric Williams and a one going out to Shenandoah Cochran. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for the two of you. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know, Eric and Shenandoah, you're one more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know, you're one more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. And many more. You cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Well, my poking friends are no longer poking. I don't know. Nobody poked me for the last couple days. Well, not couple days, just, no, maybe 2 days. I haven't gotten any poke responses for the last 2 days. I hope I ain't offended nobody for mentioning your name on the video blog for poking me. It's just a Facebook poke, don't you know? And maybe it's got to do with what my soapbox was yesterday. I tell you, I had an issue in my craw, and I had to get it out. And well, I did. Did the best I could. I tell you what. Hey, you know what? It's time for, because everybody tunes in for this part of the whole program. That's right. I'm sure they do. Um, if nothing else, it's something interesting to get, and that would be the local weather brought to you by Wallace Resale on Facebook at Wallace Resale. All you have to do is go onto their site, peruse their page, and take a look-see at, their page and find the items that you wish to purchase and take down the number. I'm sure they've got a part number, not a part number, but a product number, and you can just put that over there in the comments up there in the messenger page. Yeah, that's it. In the messenger page, you just put it right in there, and when you do, well, they will get back to you just as soon as they can. And when I say they, I am referring to either Rick or Dawn. Dawn, not Dawn, but Dawn. It's a female type person. All right, well, righty then. Okay, my friends. Here we go with the weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. 67 degrees out there right about now. And we're going to have, clear skies overnight. That's right. Lows around 44 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be west and northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Friday, May the 1st, partly cloudy skies, highs around 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy skies and lows around 61 degrees. Overnight, winds are going to be south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Saturday, yep, that's the red face day for me, Saturday. Sunny along with a few afternoon clouds. Highs near 87 degrees Fahrenheit. And winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Lows around 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. And then Sunday, May the 3rd, scattered thunderstorms in the morning. then variable clouds during the afternoon with more showers at times. Highs around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, winds in north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. And then generally generally fair skies overnight. Lows around 54 degrees. Winds east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Monday, May 4th, partly cloudy skies in the morning, followed by scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 40%. Variably cloudy with scattered thunderstorms overnight, lows around 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. Tuesday, May the 5th. A few thunderstorms in the morning, then clouds lingering around in the afternoon. Highs around 73 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. A few clouds overnight, lows around 48 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So there you have it. That's your 5-day forecast. Well, 5 days plus the remainder of today. So there you go. That concludes the 5-day forecast for the St. Charles local area. And that was brought to you by none other than Wallace Resale on Facebook. Don't forget to look them up any chance you get. Well, let's see. Our next section here is brought to us by Kimberly Dodd Little with the Rockin' Bling. Yep, rock and roll, rock and bling. That's right, rock and bling show. She sells, don't you know? That's right, jewelry items. Most of them $5 or less. No, $5 plus tax and shipping, whatever the case may be. So, go to Kimberly Dodd Little and catch the Rockin' Bling show. If you don't see it, don't go. Anyway, she's on Facebook also. So there you go. There you go. I don't even know what we're going to be bringing up. I tell you, I was whistling again today. I do have to sing Oh Shenandoah because anytime I get a Shenandoah birthday on here, well, guess what gets sung? Because it's my song, and it's our group alma mater. So here we go. Song lyrics, Oh Shenandoah. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Look away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, we're bound away across the wide Missouri. Now the Missouri, it's a mighty river. Look away, you rolling river. Indian camps along her borders. Look away, we're bound away across the wide Missouri, which is right out my back door, don't you know? Well, I say out my back door. It's about a mile away from me or so. And I head on down there every chance I get. I guess it could be 2 miles, but that's okay. Anyway, well, a white man, he loved an Indian maiden. Look away, you rolling river with notions. That's trade goods. His canoe was laden. That means fully loaded. Look away, we're bound away across the wide Missouri. Shenandoah, that would be the Indian chief. I love your daughter. Look away, you rolling river. It was for her I crossed the water. Look away, we're bound away. Cross the wide Missouri. Well, it's fare thee well, my dear. I'm bound to leave you. Look away, you rolling river. Shenandoah, I will not deceive you. Look away, we're bound away. Cross the wide Missouri. You know, there is so many people out there that think that I pronounce my own name incorrectly, but I run it so fast that sometimes I get a lot of people thinking I said Shenandoah, and no, that's not the case. It's Shenandoah, and I run it so fast that most of the time people get it, they are deceived. Now here in St. Louis, we do have a street called Shenandoah, and well, that kind of helps out a little bit. I say here in St. Louis, I'm 20 miles outside of St. Louis, probably about 30 miles from Shenandoah. So anyway, that does help for some of the folks around here to understand that that's what I said and that's how they spell it. But there are so many people that always spell it with an A, which is all right by me. Shen for short. You know, Shenandoah or Shen for short. I only had one person ever call me Shen, and that would have been Kimberly Dodd Little. That's correct. Way back when. All right, back in the old days. Back in the days of the old. See, I was gonna contemplate on doing some karaoke, okie dokie, the other day because it would just be like as one of my story songs that I sings, but I talk. I don't really sing them. I just tell them because, well, they're meant to be told, They're Red Soul Band songs. Now, of course, I went on to listen to his, and guess what? There's music in the background. The whole thing has music in the background. So much for the Phantom 309, and so much for Teddy Bear, and so much for all the rest of his story songs. But anyway, we're gonna kick one of them off, just a story song. Which one do you want to hear? Um, oh, okay, then we'll do that one. Um, excuse me. Song lyrics, Phantom 309. What? The music of the night. Nighttime sharpens the headlights. Each time I go into a spin. I've been driving and driving and don't know when I'm driving in. Well, helpless as restless as the note I write. For I compose the music of the night. Slowly, gently, bright. Night unfurls its splendor. I got the wrong song, so there you go. I was just a singing. I just don't know which song. So I could do some Johnny Cash's. But I was going to do, because see what I got was song lyrics, Phantom for You. And that's not exactly what I said. Song lyrics, Phantom 409, which is wrong. It's Phantom 309. That's why it was confused. That's why it was confused. Red Soul. Leaky Freaks. I don't want Wiki Freaks. I want A to Z lyrics. I love A to Z's lyrics. Song lyrics. The Phantom 309. There we go. Well, this one's not this one's a Google one, which I like just as well, too, because, well, hey, it works for me, and, well, that's all that really matters. Don't you know? I was on my way. Nope. I was out on the West Coast trying to make a buck, and things didn't work out, and I was down on my luck. Got tired of roaming and bumming around, so I started thumbing it back east towards my hometown. Made a lot of miles on the first 2 days, and I figured I'd be home in a week if my luck held out this way. But the third night, I got stranded away out of town at a cold and lonely crossroads, and rain was pouring down. Well, I was hungry and freezing and done caught a chill when the lights of a big semi topped the hill. Lord, I sure was glad to hear them air brakes come on, and I climbed in, and that cab was nice and warm. Well, at the wheel sat a big man. He weighed about 210, and he stuck out his hand and said with a grin, "Big Joe's the name," and I told him mine, and, well, and he said this here rig is the Phantom 309. I asked him why he called his rig such a name, and he said, "Son, this old Mac can put 'em all to shame. There ain't a driver or a rig a running any line that ain't seen nothing but taillights from the Phantom 309. Well, we rode and we talked the better part of the night when the lights of a truck stop came into sight. He said, "Hey, I'm sorry, son, that this is as far as you go, 'cause, well, I gotta make a turn just up the road." Well, he tossed me a dime and he pulled her into low and said, "Have yourself a cup on old Big Joe." When Joe and his rig roared out into the night, and nothing flat, he was clean out of sight. Well, I went inside and ordered me up a cup and told that there waiter that Big Joe was setting me up, and oh, you could have heard a pin drop. It got deathly quiet. And it was the waiter's face and had turned kind of white. Well, did I say something wrong? I said with a halfway grin. He said, "No, this happens every now and then. Every driver in here knows Big Joe. But, son, let me tell you what happened about 10 years ago. At the crossroads tonight where you flagged him down, there was a busload of kids coming from town. And they were right in the middle when Big Joe topped that hill, and it could have been a slaughter, but he turned his wheel. Well, Joe lost control and went into a skit, and, well, and he gave his life for that bunch of kids. And there at that crossroads was the end of the line for Big Joe and Phantom 309. But every now and then, some hiker will come by and, like you, Big Joe, give him a ride. Here, have another cup and forget about the dime. Keep it as a souvenir from Big Joe and the Phantom 309. There you go. But there's my story song. I like story songs because, well, they work out for me. I like them, I do. Let's see if we can't find another story for my grandkids. Hey, kids. Hey, Oliver. Oliver. And any of y'all's kids. Y'all can set me down a name down below. And once you've got a name for me down below, I can include them when I'm shouting out for the kids to come over to the TV and let me read a little story for them to see. Now you'll have to give me an age so that I can see what's best for them because, well, what's best for him, he can hear almost any of them. Well, let's see. What, I didn't do that one. Monsters, manners, and Betsy's best behavior. Why, that there's got a moral to it, I'll betcha. Not only does it have a moral to it, but it could be a good story for my kids. And so, here we go. Grandkids, that is. Here we go. Monsters, manners, and Betsy's best behavior. In terms of monsters etiquette, a manners guide is hard to get. I've walked the grandest monsters hall and rummaged through their monsters mall. Bargains, bargains everywhere. I've learned in time there's tricks and rules. Those brooding blodgers and slimy ghouls, they don't shake hands, they wiggle tails. They're far too scared of breaking their nails. In every cry, or they cry a lot and blow their noses. Cameras make them strike their poses. Their birthdays, balls are legendary. Hairy gifts are customary. Whoops. They don't eat cake. It's far too sweet. They much prefer to a book to eat. Sounds like my daughter. If you should have the chance, I must insist you watch one dance. They stomp their feet, la la la, and sometimes learn to cha cha cha. Oh, the cha cha cha, stomp and stomp. A monster's home is hard to find. They're made of branches and mud and a vine. There's a they're masterful in a snowball fight. They'll wait to hit you day or night. Uh-oh, watch out for that. I promise you, you will, to defend. I promise you will to defend how monsters make a mighty friend. What you've heard, mighty contrary. Trust me, monsters, they're not so scary. And I believe that would be the end of this here particular book. Well, I'll be doggone. In conclusion, concluded, the end. Ha 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 ha. The monsters' manners. Well, they don't do much, do they? Monsters. I think these, well, for me, they're kind of juvenilistic, but then again, I'm an adult and I'm reading children's books to 1 through 3 year olds, so. Now, I'm sure my grandson, now that would put Willow to sleep, I'm sure, but I'm sure my grandson, because my daughter is an avid reader, he would probably, he would probably, um, he would probably be, I'm going to check here, log in. I'm already logged in, aren't I? Okay, I did. The blue add to Chrome button. Add to Chrome. Add extension. And now I'm done. Redirecting. Keep your searches private with hide my history extensions. What? Hide my history extensions. Click the continue button above. This option's hide my history. Chrome extensions updates your browser for activity, privacy, and where encrypted your search items between your computer and hidemyhistory.com. For added privacy, after 30 minutes of well, see, I don't really want to do that because if I do that, here, I'll no thanks it. Because if I do that, then, see, nope, that's not what I want to do. I knew it was going to do it, didn't it? Didn't it? I knew it was going to do it. I want old Chrome. I want old Chrome back. And see, now you've really messed me up. Restore. Doggone it. Sync to Shenandoah. Yeah, we already got all that. I hate it when I do something like that. Extensions. Get rid of that one. Adobe. Get access here. File converter, Google Docs. De-doom. Alright, can't do it. Sorry, folks. That really messed me up. I hate it when that happens. eBay, email, COVID-19, weather, news. This really irritates me now. I did not want that. I want to be able to search by voice, and it won't let me. I don't want to search that. I don't want to go to email. I don't want to do that. I don't know what you're trying to do. Oh, man, I really messed up, folks. I am so sorry. I am so sorry I messed up. That's not what I wanted to look at. This is what I wanted to look at. And it says I've only been doing this for 27 minutes. Oh, for a minute I thought it said 27 seconds. I was about to be highly upset because I had started over somewhere along the line. But anyway, 27, which means the program called Our Daily Bread. And so that's what we're going to go to. I do not see it in my thing. News, weather, do. Wake up. Start Notepad. Our Daily Bread. Scratch that. odb.org. Select all. Cut that. Paste that. What the heck? Our Daily Bread. It's called Free Indeed. Free Indeed is today's devotion for Our Daily Bread. If you're keeping up with... Go to sleep. Yes, Free Indeed is today's devotion, but if you're keeping up with the Bible with Briscoe, today we're going to be covering 1 Kings 8 through 9 and Luke 21, 1 through 19. That's the Bible with Briscoe 2020. And it'll come out to whatever number also for the day of the year. 165, I think, today, but anywho, nanny, or maybe 120 something. Anyway, that's beside the point. Right now I'm going to be reading John 8:31 through 36 for our free indeed. Yes, if you are free, if you believe in me, you are free indeed. All right, here we go. Dispute over whose children Jesus' opponents are. To the Jews who had believed in him, Jesus said, "If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." They answered him, "We are Abraham's descendants and have never been slaves of anyone. How can you say that we shall be set free?" And Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. Now a slave has no permanent place in the family, but a son belongs to it forever. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." And there you have it. What's this? Faith Life Church. It's got a doorbell going up. Well, wonder what that's all about. Anywho, that there has been the Daily Bread with for the Shen Show. That's the end of the Shen Show today. And I guess I'm going to have to go back in and play with my whatchamacallit again in a little bit here. But as for now, thank you for tuning into the Shen Show. I got one more song for you, and that would be, well, goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. Ba-da-ba-da-doom. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, God loves you and so do I, so be blessed in Jesus' name, and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too.